Hello and welcome to Nirvana, the band, the show, the podcast, the episode, the booking. My name is Kit, and I'm joined by my two lovely co-hosts.
I'm Michelle.
And I'm Steve.
And we are here today, as we always are, week after week, to talk about Nirvana, the band, the show. This week, we're continuing our watch of Viceland, Season 1, Episode 2, The Booking, which we will get into in a minute. But first, I wanted to check in with my lovely co-hosts. How are we doing?
Saw Toy Story 5 last night.
Oh.
Ooh.
How was that?
Good. I cried a lot. I'm going to create a new Toy Story spin-off podcast from this one.
Whoa. What's it called?
My Toy Story? I don't know. I didn't think this fit through. And then I realized, like, what if we have people who actually listen to the show, so if I say that, I'm maybe going to have to make a Toy Story spin-off podcast.
Don't be checking in.
Please don't.
Should we revisit, before we get into your thoughts about Toy Story, should we revisit something that we talked about a couple weeks ago and maybe eat a little crow? Because Taylor Swift does have a song in Toy Story 5.
And it's not good.
It seems fine.
Oh, I didn't know that existed. That's incredible for all of the Taylor Swift fans out there who are also a Toy Story fan.
They both have the same initials.
It's true. As the psychopaths on the internet have told me. Guys, I deleted Threads, okay?
I'm so proud of you.
This is the actual real update of Steve's life.
You really were bullying us for a while there with your screenshots. I would open up my phone to have a little fun, like, smooth brain time, and I would open up our Discord, and there I was, fucking flashbang with the most psychotic posts I've ever seen.
Do you know that there's a woman on there whose whole thing is claiming she's in a relationship with Michael Jackson and posts AI pictures of them living their life, including her pregnancy and celebrating holidays?
No, I didn't know that. And I didn't want to know that. And how are you still assaulting me with information from Threads when you've deleted the app again?
I'm happy for her. Good for her.
Is it?
You know, there are worse hobbies to have
than being married to dead Michael Jackson?
Yeah, there are worse hobbies you can have.
There are also better ones.
I mean,
it's true.
Yeah, it's not like at the top of the pyramid.
And she's like, it's not AI. This is our love.
Did she enjoy the movie Michael?
I haven't checked in on her in a little bit. I'm sure she did. Most of Threads seem to. One last thing, and then I'll get off Threads, okay?
You thought you said you were already off Thread.
No, but I mean topic-wise. One, a lot of people taking pictures of the screen during Toy Story 5 to talk about it.
Love that.
Among other movies. So much, I'm going to take pictures of the screen of me watching this movie and complain about it. And I'm like, maybe fucking watch it, you losers. So that's one.
Yeah, okay, great.
But two, a lot of posts of people being like, I saw someone mention Nirvana the band. Isn't that guy dead?
No, Matt Johnson's alive.
Yeah.
And so is Jay McCarrol.
And
what a weird joke. They're perfectly alive and healthy.
I know. Anyway, it's a hellscape. I'm glad to be off of it. I'm sorry for what I put you two through.
So you say that now, but I know in about 3 to 6 months, I'm going to like have another moment where I'm like, smooth brain, phone time, going to have a great time talking to my friends. I open up Discord and there it is, a beautiful post that you've screenshotted from Threads. It's going to assault my brain and psyche.
From like Grandma Doreen talking about horse piss for some reason. Because that's what's happening on Threads.
Yeah, they're talking about how to make tea out of horse piss.
We can delete this if you need to.
No.
But
you've said the words that make it the most prominent part of the episode.
Yeah.
Do you want to know the
post?
And
I think you know that.
Yes. Do you know what the post was that made me finally listen to the two of you and delete it?
It wasn't just the two of us. There were multiple people telling you.
The people were clamoring for you to get off of Threads.
But as you two saw, friend of the show, Emily, said she loves Threads.
Well, it sounds like her Threads is less of a hellscape than yours. It sounds like her Threads is nice animal pictures and like knitting or something. She's cultivated a safe and happy space for herself.
Yeah. I also think that you were holding her at gunpoint to say that because no one legitimately enjoys Threads. A meta app.
It's an Instagram app. Thank you very much.
A meta app.
It's called Threads, an Instagram app. And you could text her right now, the lovely woman I'm married to who loves Threads.
I still don't believe that. I'm
Text
sorry.
her right now. Go for it. But
All right.
do it. We're recording. Steve says you love Threads. But the post that made me finally seal the deal was, question for all Holocaust survivors. Why didn't you stop it? And I was like, I can't do this anymore. It's not funny anymore.
What a question.
Told you could delete this.
Yikes.
Why do you keep downloading this app? I don't understand. At least with apps that I know that hurt me, like when I was on the dating apps, like it was like, I will eventually, in theory, there's hope for me that something good will come out of this. There's nothing good that will come out of downloading Threads. Like you're not going to meet your soulmate on there.
For all the psychic damage that TikTok has definitely caused me and all the brain it's atrophied, there have been some pretty good jokes and some pretty good dog videos. And I don't think that's true of the version of Threads that you were experiencing based on the many, many, many screenshots you have shared.
I think it's just I don't engage with any posts.
You're just getting the raw feed of what Threads wants to show you.
I think
the sewage, pure unfiltered garbage.
Like, hey, if you are any of my kids, please speak to me. And then the phone number at the end of it.
Everyone, please hold. We have breaking news. We have a response on whether or not your lovely wife likes Threads. I wouldn't say I love it, but I do enjoy it from time to time. He gets all these random weirdo threads, and I get more curated ones because I guess I spend more time on it. So
she spends more time on it than I do.
I mean, both
you're
of you are
saying this
too
in a
much
tone
time.
that sounds like it's damning, but I think it's only damning to you.
And she wouldn't say she loves it.
Well, Phoenix Wright, you've gotten me.
This has been Steve's Threads intervention, part 6.
37.
Didn't we rope Carson into this last time?
That's why I brought up Threads. I felt like it was a hanging thread to
Boo.
on and just kind of close the loop on my demented
really
Threads
tie it
obsession.
in a knot. And as we know with all things that we promised to stop mentioning on this show, it definitely won't come up again.
Exactly. It will not become a recurring bit.
All right, listeners.
Uh-oh.
If you are on Threads, you send them posts that are psychotic if you find them, and I won't do it
don't
anymore.
do that.
Who is sending who posts? What do you mean?
I don't know. I wanted to involve the listeners somehow. I want them to feel part of this.
Listeners, please email us at nirvanathepod@gmail.com and tell Steve to stop fucking downloading Threads.
An Instagram app. Get
An
it right.
Instagram app.
Let's go talk about something totally normal, like Nirvana the band, the show.
If we must. All right. Well, before we do that, we should probably talk about.
Okay, fine. So there's also this other lady who is regularly posting about.
Cut his feed.
What?
Cut their feed. Oh my God. It worked.
We did it. Now, welcome to Nirvana the band, the show, the podcast, co-hosted by Kit and Michelle, where we are going to spend the next episode talking about Disney Channel original movies.
And characters in Genshin Impact that we think are cute.
So many.
Objection!
No!
Oh, I see that Steve is referencing the Fontaine arc where you had to solve little court cases in Genshin Impact. All of our favorite game.
Oh.
Remember that time that guy died and then Paimon was just like, what if I put on a silly mustache and we solved the mystery? And I was like, that guy got fucking murdered, bro.
That was so crazy.
It's
Sorry,
really
spoilers
weird
for
that there's
Genshin Impact 3 years
a
ago.
noose falling from my ceiling.
Let's check in.
Yeah.
All right.
Let's check in. We've gotten so far afield in the last 12 and a half minutes.
Yeah. Let's check in on our plans, of which we have so many of. The first being, have we gotten a cease and desist?
Nope.
Nothing for me.
All right. Have we heard from Matt and Jay?
I did see a blue jay recently. And I asked if it wanted to come on the podcast, and then it flew away.
So that's a maybe.
That feels like a maybe, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I do want to ask, have we considered that part of the reason why we haven't heard from Matt and Jay is because they're not real? We've only ever really seen them on our screens.
That's true. We should investigate this. Have we ever seen them in the same room? Yes. No. Silly question.
Have we ever seen Matt Johnson with sweatpants that were rolled all the way down?
No, I don't think so. That's a number one indicator he might not be real. All right. Well, moving on to our other dream guests who are real. I know we took a bunch of folks off the board. Werner Herzog. I know we took off Frank Azaria because he said no. Have we heard anything from Lydia
Frank
Tarr?
Azaria?
Frank Azaria? Hank Azaria?
It's a Frank Stallone, Sylvester Stallone situation.
Have we heard from Frank Azaria?
No, but I would love to. And I would love to hear what he thinks about his brother Hank.
There is at some point that I have ordered a 1/4 pound of roast beef from a guy named Frank Azaria.
Can he come on the pod?
You get a deli man on this podcast and I'll be in love forever.
Yeah. I mean, we don't have the board, so I don't know who's on the board anymore.
The Canadian arm of the International Space Station.
Oh, that's right.
Have not heard back. Sorry, guys. I left the board in the other room. But
I keep sending up like weather balloons with requests and hoping that they make it past the stratosphere, and no dice yet, but maybe just get some stronger balloons.
Have we heard from Buzz Lightyear? I feel like he would be a great
of
dream
Star
guest.
Command?
Of Star Command. Like, what's he up to? I'm sure he also knows the Canadian arm of the ISS, probably.
Yeah, everyone in space knows each other. I think it's a pretty small world.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what he's doing. Going on a delightful adventure in Toy Story 5.
Sponsored? #ad?
Yeah. Toy Story 5 is sponsoring this podcast.
That would be incredible.
That would be. Pixar, you made 2 good movies in 1 year for the first time in forever. Give us money. What? Hopper's
What's the
Rips.
other one?
No, Hoppers was great. What was the other one?
Toy Story 5.
Oh.
2 good Pixar movies in 1 year. When was the last time that happened?
Either of them, so I can't weigh in.
Hoppers is great.
I will watch it.
All right, Michelle, your homework. We haven't done homework in a while. Your homework is to watch Hoppers.
No problem.
Now streaming on Disney Plus.
All right. Are there any other dream guests that we wanted to check in on before we move on to the episode?
They know who they are.
Well, then let's get into episode 2, the booking. Matt and Jay devise a plan to get Nirvana the band listed as playing the Rivoli by having it published in Now magazine. What did we think?
Love this episode. It's so fucking funny. How about you two?
I really liked it. I think not quite as much as the banner, but I was just giggling my whole way through, having a really nice time.
I adore this episode. I think it's so fun.
This is some of the best physical comedy they've done is on this episode. Like, a lot of
I agree.
goofball Jay stuff.
Yeah.
I love how this episode opens. It's just like straight into why hasn't the Rivoli called them back? It's just this continuation of plot, but in like a really subtle way. I think that's a really smart thing about the show is that you could jump in on any episode, but also there is continuity between them.
That feels like sort of a piece that they kept going from the web series, which I remember one of the first conversations we had about this was like, I was surprised by the amount of continuity from episode to episode, but they're also still sort of their own distinct things. And as long as you know that they're trying to get a show at the Rivoli, you can mostly follow along, and delighted to see that seems to carry into the TV show 10 years later.
A little behind the scenes info from this episode. I was reading an interview when I was researching for the last episode, and in Now magazine, they referenced the fact that Matt and Jay stormed their offices and were basically harassing the front desk staff to get in. And one of the staffers was like, do these guys call themselves Nirvana the band? And they were like, yes. So like, it was this whole thing of like, they went to the 2 different offices for Now magazine, even though they had an in to get in, and still tried to like do sneaky shit. And I think that is so funny and such a good commitment to doing this show where they're like, we have an in that would make this easier, but we are not going to take it.
That's so funny. I was wondering about how they filmed some of that stuff, and if they had a friend at the magazine or if they truly did sneak their way in.
Well, throughout this episode, and we can go through it as they come up if we want, but there are multiple times where when they are trying to be sneaky, someone clocks the camera and they leave it in. I know we were talking about the lady who waved at the camera last episode. There's one point when they're walking down the street and there's a woman who sees that they're filming and steps back as to not ruin the shot, sees that it's going on for a little too long, gives up and walks through it. And I love that they're leaving this shit in.
Yeah, it makes it feel so like lived in and like you. I mean, this goes back to the thing that I brought up in the very first episode, which is like I feel like I'm part of the crew making this show a little bit, including seeing other people in the world react to them. I'm the fifth person laughing also.
It also really rewards multiple like rewatches, because the first time you see this, and I don't know if this is your experience, Michelle, like I felt that I was so in on what the fuck are these guys doing that I didn't notice these little touches, and on like repeated watches is when I start noticing that stuff.
Yeah, I think it's definitely an interesting experience to be watching this, and like I'm watching every episode multiple times before moving on to the next one, which I think is a weird thing to do in the age of streaming, and like half the shows that I watch right now I'm just sort of binging, and this is the opposite of that, of just very slowly and deliberately watching things and looking for details, which is an interesting thing. I'll be curious once I have the context of the entire season or the entire show, sort of what threads are connecting through that I'm still missing, even though I'm watching it multiple times and very closely. But it is interesting.
What threads?
No.
Cut their mic right now.
No, you're totally right. And having spent so much time talking about the web series, you know, I always used to just kind of zoom through it on a rewatch, but on this time, I'm really seeing the parallels of like where they were taking those ideas from the web series and tweaking them to make them a little better. And that's really neat to see too.
Yeah, absolutely.
So we open on, as we said, they're talking about how they didn't get called back. And Matt says, oh, we are going to get our band listed as playing in the Rivoli on the schedule in Now Magazine. And then they're going to have to let us play, which is such a 10-year-old's idea of a plan. And I love it.
I also love that opening so much to this episode, because there's a part where Matt holds up Now Magazine and he's like, are you familiar with Now Magazine? And Jay is like, yeah. And then Matt continues on with the plan. And then Jay's like, they have great patios, like lists of patios and things to do. And Matt gets mad at him like, no, we're not doing that. And Jay's like, so sad. Like, I thought we were doing a Now Magazine bit. It's so funny to me every time.
I also read that as like, Jay was like, oh, they had stuff for friends to do together and we're just going to like go to brunch. That's so nice. And then he's so sad.
And Matt whacks him in the face with the issue like he's a dog.
So funny, but so awful.
You know how you guys called me Matt in a previous episode?
Yeah, because you keep hitting us with newspapers.
That's me. Newspaper slapper extraordinaire. You know, the plan that they come up with is they are going to go to the Rivoli, call Now Magazine from the Rivoli so that the caller ID says the Rivoli, and say, put Nirvana the band on the schedule. And then Matt says, oh, like that movie, what is it that Matthew Lillard said? Oh, Neo's fighting Morpheus. Oh, that's a combination of two films. And I was like, fuck, this is what dealing with me is like. Just stream of consciousness, pop culture shit. Half of it doesn't make sense. Was that an accurate read?
I mean, yeah, sometimes you do say things that I'm like kind of just using context clues, but yeah.
You know, you could just ask.
That's always dangerous.
That's true.
This could be
sometimes
it's a
the
coin
answer
flip.
is threads.
Yeah.
I promise I will not download it for at least 6 months.
Thank you.
Can we get that in writing?
That.
Yep, it's on recording.
Okay.
That's a legal contract.
Yeah. Oh my God. If I download it in 6 months, it'll be Christmassy.
Merry Christmas, listeners. We're going through Steve's Threads account.
Oh, no.
A real gift to us all.
I do love that Matt, his initial plan was not to go and steal the phone from Rivoli. It was to hack the iPhone.
Yes.
Very simple, easy thing to do. Good job.
Yeah.
There's a great bit where Matt is pretending to call using his fingers. He's like, bring. And then Jay matches that. And Matt gets really angry because there's an actual phone next to Jay and he's not using it, even though Matt is using his hand.
Jay is so useless in this episode. I love him so much. When I was watching this earlier today, you know, when you have cute aggression where something's so cute, you just want to like smother it. I was just like, you're so cute. I just want to squish you to death. You have no thoughts.
Yeah, he's a real sweetie, a real dumb sweetie in this one.
This is actually the stupidest we've ever seen, Jay.
Yeah. And I'm going to squish him like a bug.
A Bug's Life, another Pixar film that's pretty good.
That's true.
Didn't come out this year.
Sorry. Apologies that I want to think of the Adventures of Flick and the other bugs from A Bug's Life I can't remember.
The bugs have names? I thought they were just Caterpillar and the other one.
And Kevin Spacey.
Oh.
Kevin Spacey is in A Bug's Life?
Yeah, he's a villain.
Well,
there's a villain in
a
A Bug's
grasshopper. A Bug's Life and a DreamWorks movie called Ants came out like within a year of each other. And those two movies have just fused permanently together in my mind. And Ants, I think, is a horrifying film.
I don't think I ever saw Ants.
Ants is, I hate to say it, pretty good. Not that I'm going to watch the Woody Allen Ant movie ever again.
It's a Woody Allen movie?
Yeah, it stars Woody Allen and Sylvester Stallone.
I remember being very frightened of it as a child and almost nothing else.
Because they're like accurate ants. Like they look like real ants and they look like cute cartoon ants.
It was much scarier than A Bug's Life. Maybe in plot also, but certainly in visuals.
I like that they came out concurrently and one has Woody Allen and the other has Kevin Spacey. Two normal guys with no problems. I like the part where the grasshopper says, "Let me be frank."
Ooh.
That's the first time I brought that up on this podcast. Be proud of me.
I feel like it came up before.
No, I've never once brought up Kevin Spacey's infamous Christmas Eve video, "Let Me Be Frank."
I'm not familiar with that, Steve. Can you tell me more about Kevin Spacey's infamous Christmas video, "Let Me Be Frank"?
Infamous series of Christmas videos.
You never really did see me die.
Let me be franker.
Another bit of our friendship lore. For those of you who haven't seen this, which
we do not recommend that you watch it.
I cannot recommend it.
This is the opposite of Tar.
Your homework is to watch Kevin Spacey's deranged Christmas videos. So after Kevin Spacey was canceled for being a sex pest, allegedly, I don't want to get sued, he put out a series of videos as his character Frank Underwood, including the first one where it was Christmas Eve, and he's talking about how, "Oh, you loved me, didn't you? I was bad and you wanted it. And you know, you never really did see me die." And
it's upsetting that you have it memorized.
I
guess unsurprising given how many times you've watched that video, but
this is like when I revealed to the listeners that I've listened to the Gal Gadot Imagine video several times. But
the threads thing is starting to make sense. It really is.
Just a glutton for punishment.
I am. We have a movie club where I screen movies for my dear friends that are on this call. And for a while there, I would randomly start playing Kevin Spacey's "Let Me Be Frank" when I said I was going to put on something else. Until I think it got to the point where you two were actually mad at me and I had to stop.
It would get really heated in the chat whenever we saw his face.
Well, and then you stopped for a while, and then you did start doing it again.
Yeah, you kind of lulled us into like a false sense of security that like the bit was over and we could move on, you know, as a society. And then you're like, never mind, I'm pulling you bitches back in.
And the worst part is that every time you did it, you would be like, "Oh, I have this cool piece of like lost media to show you, this really interesting thing that I found." And then the screen would be black and then it would fade in to Kevin Spacey in a little Christmas themed apron in his weirdly lit kitchen being a weird guy.
And we were just sitting there so excited to see another VHS tape on how to have cyber sex. And you were like, "No, here's this fucking video of Kevin Spacey kind of threatening you."
Do you know what makes
And the thing is, you've shown us so many fun and delightful and charming things that I never ever would have seen without you. And I love you and I appreciate you for that. And also you have made me watch Let Me Be Frank at least 12 times.
Like, we had to broker a truce with you to get you to stop. Now you can only show it whenever a new person joins movie club.
What did we exchange something for Let Me Be Frank at some point?
Because Steve, they They kept posting about the Muppet perverts, and it got to a point where I was just like, I'm going to nuke the server. I can't do this anymore. If I see the Muppet perverts one more time, I like...
And we will not explain the Muppet perverts.
No, we're not explaining that.
No, but I really love that you said the Muppet perverts as if that's something everybody knows.
Everybody knows about them. Because we know about them because they were a specter haunting our Discord server for months. And so, like, it was a hostage negotiation where it was just like, you get this, let me be frank, whenever a new person joins Movie Club. In exchange, I never want to see those fucking perverts ever again.
And yeah, I think all of this to say, maybe you do have a little bit of Matt Johnson chaos energy.
And this is an intervention.
Based on the saw traps that you subject your friends to.
Fine, I accept it. Also, I really love that we've talked about this enough that when Kit does the carousel of out of context, she has to post a picture of Kevin Spacey in an apron.
No!
Hey, as long as it's not the Muppet pervert.
Can you at least put Matt's hat on?
Oh my God. Yes, I will.
Please.
Let me play the Rivoli.
You never did see me play the Rivoli. Maybe just put Matt's whole face over Kevin Spacey in his Christmas apron.
And then we can print it out and mail it to him. And that'll
to Kevin or to Matt?
To Matt. To get
Both.
him on the pot. No.
No mail to Kevin Spacey.
I don't think he has a mailbox.
Not allowed.
Remember he said he was living out of Airbnbs in Israel or some
No!
shit?
Why would we know that?
Why wouldn't you know that? You don't
This
keep
is
up with Kevin
cursed
Spacey.
information that's
No!
only available to you.
I do have a side chat with another friend in which we share Kevin Spacey updates.
Are you on like a different part of the internet? Do you have access to a different section of it that's just Kevin Spacey? Do you have like the Kevin Spacey Jeremy Renner app on your phone?
The Kevin Spacey space?
No, I have a
Ooh.
group chat of a bunch of gay theater nerds. Who do you think we're talking about?
I don't know.
Kevin Spacey.
Kevin Spacey would not have been very high on my list of what a group chat full of gay theater nerds is talking about, to be totally honest.
It was him allegedly sexually harassing Anthony Rapp that brought that whole House of Cards down.
Jail. For you and Kevin Spacey.
Gang,
Oh
I'm
my
cooking with
God.
gas tonight.
And I'm going to jump off a bridge.
You know what I really loved about this episode of Nirvana the Band the Show
Kevin
is
Spacey.
that this was the return of the Growing Pains theme song, a theme song that I love very much.
Yes, that is very, very exciting.
And I like that it got a little spooky. They like did something weird to the audio and it sounded a little haunted in there for a second.
And this one they follow up by adding in like a laugh track, and then when they show Jay in like a leather jacket, it goes ooh
Correctly.
Yeah.
My notes for that section of the episode just say in all caps, Return of the Growing Pains opening, hell yeah. And then next line, all caps, Return of Jay's leather pants, hell yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I felt very strongly positive about both of those things happening in succession. I'm glad that his pants didn't rip that time.
He's also looking very hot on this episode.
He is. I will say that Viceland Jay was created in a lab for me to have a crush on.
Yeah.
Same. All of us, maybe?
Yeah.
A little bit, but definitely Kit.
Yeah. Dumb, fluffy haired guy with leather pants with his dick waving around. That's me.
So Matt goes in the most ridiculous disguise I've ever seen. It's just a big ol' kind of fat suit, mostly just pillows, and
Mm-hmm.
a different scarf this time, not a red one, a yellow one.
R.I.P.
R.I.P.
Oh,
the
wow.
red scarf. And sunglasses, and he goes to the Rivoli, and he sits down, starts calling the waiter Daddy-O.
Iconic.
It's so funny, and starts asking questions about the menu as if he's my aunt who has dementia.
He's in for a light lunch. How is the calamari? How is this salad? How is that salad? What about the
How
Wookiee
is
balls?
the Wookiee balls? and the guacamole chips, of course.
Yeah.
Has this episode was this waiter in an episode of the web series? He feels so familiar, and it could just be that I watched this episode 3 times and now I recognize him like a friend.
I could
He
be
feels
wrong.
so
Yeah.
familiar.
He feels just like a really good waiter guy.
Who's really talking down an insane customer who's like, hey, that's a lot for a light lunch, and also, who are you talking to?
Yep. The reason I think he may not have been, because he seems like someone who, unless he's a very good actor, was like, something funny's going on here with this guy. I got to figure it out. So it made me go like, maybe he doesn't know who Matt is, because we know the Rivoli knows who they are.
I mean, at this point, do they remember who they are? Because it's been 10 years since the web series, right?
They would have to. Like, at least people who were at the Rivoli at the time.
Yeah, I feel like they must.
But the staff probably turned over.
Yeah.
So Jay steals the phone and he's calling Now Magazine, pretending he's from the Rivoli. I love when he's like, hey, Rivoli, as you can see on the caller ID there. And then Matt like totally breaks and is like yelling at him. Oh, it's so funny and delightful, these two little goofballs.
Yeah, I love Jay going into the Rivoli and just taking the phone from behind the bar so confidently.
And then they ended on a laugh track when Matt's like, abort, and runs out of there. Which, beautiful button on that. Throw it in the laugh track there.
Yeah, it's really nice.
How do we all feel about the next scene?
Back in their apartment?
Yep.
I like the part where Jay brings up dark matter. That part was really nice. I like that on the whiteboard behind them is written guest list. 1, me. 2, you. 3, Jared. 4, Andy.
Yep.
And the other parts...
I thought it was kind of funny.
Oh, I think it's incredibly funny.
Okay, I wasn't sure what was happening here, but I thought it was pretty funny.
I wanted you two to take the lead on this one.
Yeah, no, I think it's really funny. And I also love that they have that gigantic, like, censored by Viceland over Matt.
That was really
during
good.
that,
Yeah.
which is so funny because it's like the only time they really censor him.
Really?
I think so.
Yeah,
So usually it's Jay that gets censored.
It had to have been real fucked up.
Yeah.
I would love to know what he's saying under there.
Would you?
Yeah.
Maybe not.
I do.
Because they introduced Mr. Finn, their big fat pedophile character.
I do. I love the interplay between the two of them there, which is like Matt going off the rails, Jay being like, maybe don't. And then Matt being like, I will go further off the tracks than anyone ever has. Don't stop me.
Matt saying, this is going to send the whole liberal plane crashing down is very funny. But also, what is instantly quotable and shows up on my Instagram feed every so much is him going, we've got to tolerate what? When talking about pedophilia as a sexual orientation. It's very disturbing, but also like perfect representation of what like two idiot babies think is edgy humor.
Yeah.
That is what edgelord idiots think is funny.
And speaking as an edgelord idiot, it's pretty funny.
Yeah. I know pretty much everybody listening to this is watching along, but for those who aren't or haven't seen it in a while, there is this really interesting thing about this scene that I reflect on a lot, where the joke isn't that it's funny that he's saying pedophile. The joke is, my God, this idiot thinks making jokes about pedophilia is funny. And that's such a fine line. He's not laughing at the topic. He's like making fun of a type of guy. At least that's my read on it. Because like we're laughing at Matt. Matt doesn't think that, Matt Johnson IRL doesn't think that the topic of a pedophile is funny. He thinks making fun of edgelord guys is funny.
I suppose I can see that. I don't know. Whenever I look at Matt Johnson, both in real life during this time period and presently, probably I'm not as attuned to that. But whenever I look at Matt Johnson, I do just kind of see like a guy I hung out with like back in the day, where it's just kind of like, yeah, he doesn't really think pedophilia is funny, but if the joke merits it, he'll do it, you know? I don't know if it goes any deeper than that, but again, it just kind of feels like, yeah, he's like, you know, he's going to be offensive for the sake of being offensive, just to be funny.
He's a feminist, we find out later.
That's true. It's what you say.
It feels a little bit like, it feels South Park adjacent of like, sometimes the joke is like, we're making fun of a kind of person who sucks. And sometimes the joke is like, wouldn't it be funny to say this awful thing?
Yeah.
And sometimes it's hard to like, maybe it's both. And it's really hard to parse out like which one it is in a given moment. I would be so curious what Matt and Jay think of South Park.
Michelle, put it on the question list.
Great. Will do.
Maybe that's the beauty of Nirvana, the band, the show. It can be read so many ways.
Yeah, it's true.
Did you know that our universe is made up of dark matter?
So crazy.
I do like very deeply love the idea of being like, I'm uncomfortable or maybe even just, I don't know what to say next. And just saying, did you know that our universe is made up of dark matter that we can't see or know anything about?
And then Matt's reaction just being like, oh God, like this has come up before is very funny.
Mm-hmm.
That whole interaction was really great for me.
We cut to Matt waiting for Now Magazine to be delivered.
And some rollerbladers come in straight out of a portal from 1999.
He is so angry about those rollerbladers.
I mean, I would be too. They do look like they stepped out of a portal from the 90s and are rollerblading. And there's some really sick rollerblades too.
There are.
They're pretty cool.
Do you think any of those rollerbladers have watched Brink? Do you think they started rollerblading because of Brink, because they were inspired?
Absolutely. I wonder if they have a sponsorship.
From Team Pup and Suds?
Yeah.
I bet they do.
Team Cat and Scrub.
Have you ever tried to wash a cat?
No.
Anyway.
I'm allergic. There's something Matt says here that I would love to talk to you two about.
Okay.
Matt is ranting about the rollerbladers. And he says, like, it seems like we fell asleep and woke up a real fucking long time later when rollerblading is cool again. Then he looks off camera and says, plot update, we were waiting for the delivery of Now Magazine and Bird had to use the bathroom in the black hole as Jay walks up.
Mm-hmm.
Who's he explaining the plot of the episode to?
To me, personally, his good friend, Kit, watching from the television.
Just off screen.
Yeah.
I just found that so interesting.
No, it's a really funny, like, little either meta commentary bit or like him just like talking to whoever's filming, like Jared or whoever. And it's just like, yeah, this is what's going on. And then episode continues.
Because it was like, is it, meta commentary, or is it that Matt Johnson, the character, is viewing all of their plans as a plot?
Mm-hmm.
And that's why they're being filmed.
I mean, he does kind of operate off of video game logic a lot.
That's true.
It's such a weird little moment, and it could have been nothing, but I ended up pausing the episode and being like, wow, that's really strange to point out the plot of your episode in your episode.
Mm-hmm.
I do think it's funny the way that they choose to interact or not with the camera people, and that like there's clearly many acknowledgments of when they're there and that they're there, but sometimes the show sort of operates as if the camera is like just a floating thing and not a person. And I'm so fascinated by when they choose to acknowledge that and when they just sort of let it be invisible.
I would love to have a guest on the show that had a documentary crew around them at some point, just like to ask, like, how often do you forget that they're there?
You mean like Werner Herzog?
Yeah.
Or his camera.
Or those cave paintings.
Yo, I would freak out if we got the cave paintings.
Yeah, I am actually, that would be cool. I'm so curious what that feels like, and like how long does it take someone to forget, if at all, that they're being followed around. As someone who is like very aware every time there is a camera on them and like acts weird because of it, I can't possibly imagine.
No, me too.
But I imagine for some people, or like maybe even if there was a camera with me for long enough, I would just start to forget.
Mm-hmm.
But then Now Magazine finally shows up. This poor delivery guy getting harassed by Matt and Jay trying to get a hold of it.
I love Matt checking, like opening the box over and over again before the delivery guy comes, as if like they could have just magically appeared inside.
As if it spawned.
I've done that a million times.
Mm-hmm.
And then the part where he's like, if it doesn't show up right now, I'm going to start beating people up on the street.
Normal.
Yep.
And gang. Turns out Jay just said Nirvana.
There's just nothing in his brain, man. In this one, there's nothing up there.
The interaction where Matt's saying like, well, what'd you say? And Jay says, well, I said Nirvana the band. And the guy on the phone said Nirvana. And I said, yeah. And the way he says yeah with like a little tiny voice crack is so precious to me. I want to like put it in a bottle and put it in my pocket and carry it around with me forever. It's so sweet.
Mm-hmm.
And then you just watch his face fall because he realizes what he's done.
Mm-hmm.
I fucked up.
Oh, I fucked up.
There's a great bit of chemistry where like they're talking about Kramer like a Kramer bit, and Jay assumes Matt knows about Seinfeld, and Matt's like, oh, Kramer, is that the Jewish woman? And then Jay thinks it's a joke, and Matt's like, no, really.
Well, like two of my favorite lines in this episode happen in rapid succession because it's Jay's voice cracking on the little and then it's him saying, I think I'm a little more Kramer than you, which is the wrongest he's ever been about anything in his life. The least Kramer man of all time, I think.
Jay's a George.
Mm-hmm. And especially, like, maybe not the least Kramer man of all time, but certainly the least Kramer of these two particular men.
Mm-hmm. He's anxious and has raw sex appeal. He's the George.
Wow. I never thought about the raw sex appeal of George Costanza, but you're right.
There's the episode where he wins over Marissa Tomei.
I have watched every episode of Seinfeld, most of them multiple times, but almost all of them as a child. And so I think my understanding of what was happening on like 90% of that show is slightly confused. Most of the jokes went over my head.
It's a cursed property now, but
yeah. And I like can't go back and appreciate it as an adult because just there's too much.
Michael Richards, a guy who's never said anything bad on stage, and Jerry Seinfeld, a guy who
has never dated a 17-year-old
or laughed at genocide.
Ugh.
Julia Louis-Dreyfus, funny and hot, though.
Unproblematic queen.
That we know of.
Please don't. That's a lifelong crush for me. Don't take that away.
I said that we know of. That's a positive. We don't know yet.
I have
yet
3 longtime celebrity crushes. One of them got canceled, so please.
Who got canceled? It's Kevin Spacey?
Yeah, obviously. No, there was that time when Rose McGowan screamed at a trans woman at a book event.
Oh. Mm-hmm.
So she was out. Kelly Clarkson, unproblematic fave still.
Kelly Clarkson?
Oh, yeah. Since that first season of American Idol, I've had a crush on her.
Sure.
Okay.
Listen.
I think that's a surprising one for you, but sure.
Yeah.
As with most things,
baseball.
My Mrs. Matt isn't a crush. That's a true love.
Okay.
Oh
I'm
God.
so sorry. I'm sorry for not taking it seriously enough.
Just like my deep love of Pete Alonso, my baseball boyfriend, him and Mrs. Matt. That's love.
I'm so happy for you, too.
I miss Pete. I miss Pete every day.
I miss Pete so much.
That hurt when they traded him. That hurt me so deeply, and I just got here.
In this household, you would have thought one of our relatives died when Pete Alonso was not re-signed to the New York Mets.
No.
Are there any other Mets fans that listen to the show? Probably not, right?
Please email us at nirvanathepod@gmail.com with your favorite Met.
Happy Pride to Mike Piazza.
Mike Pizza.
Do you know about this, Michelle?
Mike Piazza?
Gay Mike Piazza?
No, I'm familiar with the concept of Mike Piazza.
But what if he was gay?
Know that would be fun.
It's still Pride when we're recording this. No, we're, to peek behind the curtain. But so for a certain point, there was a long-time rumor that Mike Piazza was in a relationship with now openly gay weatherman Sam Champion.
That's a great name for a weatherman.
Yep. He's still around, looking great. But
still
Mike,
doing the weather?
Still doing the weather. I think he does it for Good Morning America. Well, he's on one of the national ones now.
Nice.
But Mike Piazza had to hold a press conference to say, I'm not gay. And then the cover of the newspaper was Mike Piazza, I'm not gay.
That's fun.
What a weird time to be alive.
Mm-hmm. When was this happening? I have a concept of Mike Piazza. I have no concept of when he was a baseball player.
But didn't Mike Piazza also say, if I was gay, I'd do it all the way?
I would be gay all the way. I think about this.
I was about to ask if it was like a not gay but supportive message. And that feels like the most supportive way you can say I'm not gay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Mike Piazza said, I'm not gay, I'm heterosexual. And that if he was gay, he would be gay all the way.
Which is a great turn of phrase.
That's fun. I like that about him.
Don't look up anything else about his beliefs.
Oh,
you can look him up on AO3. There are a couple good Mike Piazza fanfics on there.
Have you read them?
Sam Champion or with other?
There's one that is
players.
Phenomenal that I think I've shared before. That is so good. Steve has just screen shared the cover of the New York Post that says, rumors force Piazza to clear the air. I'm not gay in the biggest font you could ever
choice
think
of a picture to run with that also.
They had to get him looking straight.
Yeah.
I'm not sure they
He's
did.
not looking straight. He's looking off camera.
He's looking so straight to me.
Look at his eyes. They're not pointed straight on.
The best sports in town.
Anyway, just
Wow. Maybe I should learn things about sports history. This would be good for my Jeopardy ambitions. And also, it seems like there's a lot of fun stuff in there.
Michelle, you would be such a baseball sicko.
There's so many numbers to learn.
You don't have to learn the numbers.
You don't have to learn numbers.
Moneyball told me that I had to do spreadsheets.
You don't have to do that. That's only if you own a team, which you do not, to my knowledge.
Yeah. There is a delightful book I highly recommend reading called
Moneyball.
So Many Ways to Lose. So Many Ways to Lose. It's a history of the New York Mets told by a Mets fan who has long suffered. It's really fun. It's a really quick read. Also, The Bad Guys one. Yep. And The Bad Guys one, which is a book about the 1986 Mets that won the World Series. Guys, I'm so happy talking about the Mets on this podcast about Nirvana the band.
I do. We have a friend who the dog, the voice that we do for her dog is just saying, "Let's go Mets."
Hell yeah.
So I'm already halfway to being a fan, I think.
Michelle, did you ever read that very old Deadspin article where they determined that baseball is the horniest sport?
No.
I will send it to you after this. It's fantastic.
That sounds great. That's a shocking answer. It seems like on its surface, as a person who does not know a whole lot about sports, that it would be one of the least horny sports.
You would think that, but when you read the article, it lays it out so clearly just how incredibly horny baseball is between when they play their little outfits, all of that. It's very horny.
I'm listening.
Yeah.
Also, baseball is the sport of weirdos. There's so much lore. There's so much weird shit that happens. It's so beautiful. America's
I do
pastime.
like eating hot dogs in the sun. So I can't wait for my next era as a baseball fanatic.
You know, we said the goal of this show was to get Matt and Jay to come on the show, but secretly the goal all along is to get Michelle into baseball.
And to get Mrs. Met on the pod.
I'd be arrested.
How?
For what?
Just my eyeballs would pop out and I'd yell awooga.
Yeah, that is illegal. A crime in 46 states.
Anyway, back to the show. Unless you're a Mets fan, then you can call in and we'll talk about the Mets more. But if you haven't left the podcast yet,
what are you doing here?
yeah, right? Seriously. Matt decides that the new plan is going to be he is going to sneak into Now Magazine and call the Rivoli to say, actually, it was a typo. Nirvana, the band, is supposed to be playing at your venue.
It took me like 2 watches to understand what he was saying. The plan was.
It's incredibly stupid and convoluted.
I love that it involves a little like telephone repairman outfit.
Mm-hmm. He looks like a stripper.
I read somewhere that apparently that outfit, the shirt is bright red in real life. And the telephone company that he got the shirt from was upset that he was wearing the shirt for this bit. So they had to rotoscope the shirt to be black. And there were certain scenes where you can kind of see the red reflecting like on his neck and on his arms.
Just a little fascinating.
Bit of tidbit, little trivia for you.
That's incredibly funny. I love that he goes in, he's claiming he's going to test the line. And this woman at the desk just goes along with it. She's like, yeah, whatever. And then at one point, there's another guy in the office that, as this is escalating and getting weirder, clocks the camera.
Mm-hmm.
And you see the camera just kind of try to move out of the way just a little bit after getting clocked. And I thought that was such a smart little move.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I will say, I think it would take me probably an embarrassingly long time if someone in an official looking outfit came to my place of work, to my office, and was like, I gotta check the phones. I'd be like, do literally whatever in here. Go for it.
Yeah. And also, I don't think I would have noticed either because I have my headphones in, so I would not be hearing this conversation that Matt is having on the phone.
True. Yeah. Well, she didn't have her headphones in.
First mistake.
You always got to have those headphones in.
I've never worked in an office like that, so I wouldn't know what I would do.
I guess you have to get a desk job now.
Yeah.
All right, I'm on it.
For research purposes. Your homework is get a
a
standard
new
9
job.
to 5 job.
Get a cubicle.
Pack
And
up my
report
job,
back.
get a new one.
Mm-hmm.
a thing that's very easy to do in 2026 in America.
So
Notably.
easy.
Yeah.
This next bit made me laugh unbelievably hard to the point where I had to pause it, which is Matt calls the Rivoli, Jay realizes that he's had the Rivoli's phone in his pocket this whole time and goes to like dramatically run across the street to bring it back and drops it in the middle of the street. It shatters, and then Jay is crawling around in traffic trying to pick up the pieces.
This is such a jaywalking episode. Like, the amount of times they're just in the fucking street is extremely funny to me. Like, when they're getting the shot of Matt going into Now Magazine and the camera person almost gets hit by that car.
Mm-hmm.
Like, extreme jaywalking episode. But I also want to say that every single time I watch this episode, I truly believe Jay will make it across the street and get the phone to the Rivoli. Every single time. If I just keep watching it,
confident.
he'll get it. Yeah.
Jay drops the phone and it breaks into so many pieces. So many millions more pieces than it ever should have. And I love that choice. I love that he probably just had like a loose handful of plastic when he ran into the street. It's perfect to me. It's so good.
And he starts screaming, "I need a classic plan."
Yeah.
Yes.
Which is so funny. It's so adorable and a really nice beat that shows like they've been doing this for so long that Jay's just relying on Matt to have plans.
And that this is like one of the few times that like Matt is taking it seriously and he is like buttoned up and being a professional in the Now Magazine office. And Jay's like, "Are you incognito? Are you undercover?" And so it's on him to come up with the plan, and he simply cannot do it.
It's nice to see Matt really going for it and being kind of competent. It's also always funny when Matt yells like "run" and frantically runs out of a room. It always puts a smile on my face.
I like how many of those we get in this episode. It's quite a few.
I think it's such a weird choice that in the next scene they have Jay somberly staring at a Kwame from Captain Planet action figure.
I didn't, every time I've seen this, I've just been like, I don't get this joke.
Because it wasn't even that he was heart. He was Earth.
He was thinking about the Earth that the Rivoli's phone smashed into and broke into 1 million pieces.
Yeah, I don't understand. Was it just that they thought it would be funny to have a Captain Planet figure?
I think so. That feels like a what's around moment, and maybe not anything more than that. But who knows? Maybe you can put on the question list. Hey, what's up with that Kwame action figure from Captain Planet?
The Jay in the scene is acting like an 8-year-old who broke something in their mom's house and is really scared to tell them.
I mean, to be fair, he will get hit by the newspaper. I would also be scared of that.
Matt goes to that so quickly.
Yeah, he's just like, all right, I'm going to hit you with this.
It was kind of unsettling, I'm not going to lie. Like in this scene, Matt seems like he is so capable of horrific violence.
Oh, I believe it.
I mean, we've seen the web series.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, you didn't think I was capable of that? He famously says it.
Yeah.
I think also when Jay first pulls the like little like computer board from the phone out from his pocket and is like, "Matt, I have to tell you," there was a part of me that was like, "Oh, he's not going to lie about it. That's so crazy." And then like slowly, it becomes clear that he is in fact going to lie about it.
Yeah.
Matt is both cute and scary in this scene because when Jay's like, "Oh, this thing, it's a part of the piano," Matt's like, "Oh, okay. You know what? You're a really special guy. This is the best plan we've ever done." And he just believes Jay without question.
Yeah.
Ignoring the last like 90 seconds of him acting suspicious. It's really nice.
Did either of you have your heart broken at the next scene? Because mine was.
Oh, where they go to the Rivoli and Jay has to confess.
And Matt, like, is so frantically trying to describe, like, "Oh no, we're supposed to play here tonight." And he just looks so sad and defeated.
And then Jay says, "You were so proud of me and it felt so good." They're both in like big sad boy hours.
Yeah.
In this final scene.
And the poor doorman for the Rivoli just standing there not knowing what to do.
It does seem like the doorman is at least aware of the cameras, whether he was like told they were going to film something or not. But he's standing there asking basically the question that Lizzie asked us, which is this funny or is it serious? because he can't tell
Yeah.
yet.
I think it's so confident to leave in these moments of people just calling out the show.
Mm-hmm.
Because I think with a less confident series, they would either reshoot or like edit that shit out.
Mm-hmm.
And they're basically doing audience engagement in the middle of a show.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting. Yeah.
I think that's so cool. And then a drunk guy walks up.
I love this entire bit with this drunk guy. I think it's so funny. Him being on the phone, his entire vibe and outfit.
Mm-hmm.
I love that he asks for 50 cents for a beer. I have no clue if he just needs 50 more cents for a beer, if a beer in Toronto in 2017 cost 50 cents. And I'll never know.
Mm-hmm.
I will never do the investigative work. I like not knowing. I like this mysterious old wizard that passes them.
And Jay's complete generosity gives him $3.
Yeah.
That's a lot of beers if they're 50 cents.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know how they didn't break. Because they're staying in character and the guy's like, rock and roll, dude, you're a band. Oh, Nirvana. Like, I don't know how they didn't break.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And then he says, you're in, dude.
You're in, dude.
And they both decide that they're in, dude.
It's really nice.
They don't know what that means, but they believe it.
Yeah. No, I love that old man. I like that he's just sort of like a passing mentor figure who I assume we'll never ever see again. But that feels like one of the ideal person on the street interactions for the show.
Mm-hmm.
Of just like, here's a wild person who is passing by and is going to choose to engage with you in a delightful way.
That guy is a Threads post as a person.
No.
What do you think that guy's Threads account is like? Probably uncomfortable.
I think he still has that same Nokia phone today, and that phone does not have threads on it.
Yeah, that man doesn't have a poster's energy.
Okay.
He's busy living his life.
Good for him.
He's shouting probably wild things into the air, but it's in real life.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. And we get to the credit sequence, and they show a clip of the Afghanistan scene from the web series where it said next season on Nirvana the band. So they kept that continuity.
Mm-hmm.
They did.
Good for them.
I watched the video that came from. We never talked about it on Odds and Ends. But it's like a short film that one of their friends made. Did you watch it, Kit?
No, I've never watched it.
Tell us
what
more.
is it?
It's a little weird. It's like they're two soldiers in the desert and like a Middle Eastern man comes up and they are trying to communicate and they can't. And then they're also like burying a bunch of hands for some reason. It's very strange.
Mm-hmm.
I am tickled by how much they seem to like using the clips of themselves from that movie, but it's a very odd little duck that I forget who made it, but it seemed like it was a friend of theirs doing like a short film project.
It's funny as a still image. I don't know if I'd want to watch it for an extended period of time, which is why I haven't.
I think that's correct.
And then we get an unbelievably delightful post-credit scene.
I did really love this.
It's very, very funny. It's Matt and Jay in the living room. Matt is playing Mario Kart and Jay's playing the music for him. And yeah, it's just them playing Mario Kart. At one point, Matt decides that he's winning too much and he's going to stop, let everyone else catch up. Jay gets mad at him. My favorite part of this is Jay saying very childishly, well, I'm not going to play music for you anymore. And then Matt going, I want to hear that song. And then Jay playing immediately.
I like Jay going, you've always been that kid going in reverse. Like just a real, I'm so sick of your shit.
I love Matt very cockily, like handicapping himself in this game of Mario Kart and then immediately missing the cave jump. And then somehow winning anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck you, Donkey Kong. And then we find out that they're both feminists.
And Jay likes print media, and we have that in common.
Yeah.
I like print media.
You like print media?
I like print media.
Jay, you absolute king.
Woman king.
Feminist king.
He is a woman king. I sent both of you this, I believe. I saw a spray painted airbrush t-shirt that said Dolly D on it.
Mm-hmm.
And I just went, Hong Chow, Dolly D. And I was like, God damn you, Ariana DeBose. I'm in the wilds. And
It's a really good song.
rapping out loud in the middle of Coney Island.
Do you think that show or that shirt was made for... Who is the Dolly D in that song?
Hold on, I can pull up her name.
Dolly Darton.
No, it's Dolly De Leon
I don't know who that is.
from Triangle of Sadness and
Ah.
As
other
we
things.
discussed last time, I never watched that one because I kept saying, I'll watch that sad Holocaust movie next time. Oh, wait, no. Triangle of Sadness isn't the...
No, that's a heavy-handed
Zone
satire.
of Interest is what I'm thinking of.
Totally
Sorry.
different films.
Yep.
Never mind. Very
Dolly De
embarrassing
Leon is
for me.
also on that Maximum Pleasure Guaranteed, that Tatiana Maslany show.
I do have that on my spinny wheel.
It's fine.
Did you make a spinny wheel?
I made a spinny wheel.
I'm so excited.
I love that for both of you.
I'm really excited. We watched the drama.
How was that?
It was good. Not because of the spinny wheel. I made the spinny wheel after, but it was pretty good.
I watched Sully again.
Great movie.
I bought the 4K today. It
Wow.
was on sale for $12.
Does it come with Snarge?
Yeah.
I got to explain The Miracle on the Hudson to somebody last weekend,
What?
and it was
Wow.
incredible. This person was too young to remember this. I think they were, they were younger. And so when I was talking
Okay.
about Captain Sully, they were like, I don't know what you're saying.
What was the context? Because me talking about Sully randomly is understandable, but
Well, it made sense in context because I was at an all-day Magic the Gathering event at my friend's house.
cool.
We were talking about the decks that we had brought, and my partner John has a Captain Sully themed Magic deck that he put together that we call Miracle on the Hudson, where he is making a bunch of birds and using those birds to pilot vehicles. So
Hell yeah. I didn't know you could do that in Magic the Gathering.
you can do so many things in Magic now. It's crazy. But I was explaining that to this person, and they were like, I don't get it. And I was like, oh my God, I'm so excited that I get to crack open a beer and explain this to you.
Did you tell them to watch Clint Eastwood's masterpiece, Sully?
No, I did not. But the next time I see them, I will ask them if they remember The Miracle on the Hudson and then suggest that they watch that and then watch The Rehearsal season 2.
Hell yeah.
My mother-in-law is visiting, and she tends to be like, what movies do you guys like? And we were like, let's just put on Sully. And she was very confused as to why we kept high-fiving each other at various lines from the film Sully.
Like what? What lines are we high-fiving at?
When he's like, you talk about going back to LaGuardia as if it's coming home and picking up the milk. And I was like, yeah, Sully! He's like constantly body slamming those guys.
It's true.
I jumped off the couch when Aaron Eckhart said I should have done it in July.
It's a really great Tom Hanks performance.
Listeners, please watch Sully. It's like 90 minutes. It's short and it's thrilling.
It is a good movie.
How many of our listeners do we think don't know about The Miracle on the Hudson?
Listeners,
I also
Is that
took
person
for
in
granted-
Uruguay still with us?
I mean, possibly. I mean, I also took for granted the fact that I thought everyone knew what that was until I was in a situation where I had to explain it to somebody.
now you know what it's like to be me on a daily basis. Listeners, this is a genuine request. If you do not know what The Miracle on the Hudson is, do not Google it. Please call into the voicemail and explain what you think it is.
Yes.
That would be great. I would love to hear that.
And we will give you a shout out on the show.
Mm-hmm.
Wouldn't it be crazy if somebody just guessed correctly based
They're
on
cheating.
the handful of details that we've given in the last 3 minutes?
Snarge. Great film.
You'd have to know what Snarge means.
The guy from Monsters, Inc.
Guy from Monster.
Sully.
Billy Crystal?
Oh,
Mm.
right. Sorry, that's secondary Sully.
Obviously that's secondary Sully, but I'm trying to muddy the waters a little bit.
I also thought Billy Crystal first, for the record, and then John Goodman.
This is your pilot speaking. It's my Billy Crystal impression.
Pretty good.
It's a wonderful night for the Oscar. Michelle
whole
looks
episode.
so delightful right now.
A whole episode of just Steve doing a Billy Crystal impression. Consider, maybe for my birthday.
That would go sideways so quickly because I have a feeling Steve will have an extended bit about Billy Crystal's blackface days.
I didn't know about that.
That's
He
why I
did it
was-
at the Oscars in like
That's-
2014.
Yeah, it was fucking nuts that he did that.
I didn't know he did that.
That was Steve's little joke there about the Oscars. That's why
No,
he sang that.
No, I did that because Billy Crystal for multiple years did a song about It's a Wonderful Night for the Oscars.
Oh,
Yeah,
I
he
thought you
just
were
hosted the
specifically
Oscars a lot.
referencing his blackface bit.
No, I every year watch Billy Crystal's Oscars opening numbers.
Oh.
Yeah, including
Is
the one where he's
including
Hannibal
the one
Lecter. No, they're
where he-
delightful.
Oh, okay. I have to ask because it's unclear with you sometimes.
Yes, no, it's delightful. Genuinely delightful, Billy Crystal's Oscar openings. He's like, I'm Hannibal the cannibal. And I'm like, hell yeah. Billy, but look, yes. Kit, I feel so loved that Michelle was like, please do an hour as Billy Crystal. And Kit goes, no, he's going to bring up the blackface thing. That made me feel really special. So thank you.
Anytime.
What's the most horrifying thing about Billy Crystal?
That. I just remember watching that live in 2014 and being like, what the fuck is going on?
I'm Googling so sadly. 2012. That's too late. I'm upset about what I'm seeing.
It's fucked up.
And I would like to stop seeing it.
Who does he
Right
think
now.
he is? Jimmy Fallon?
Jimmy Fallon do blackface?
Oh, yeah. He used to
Yeah.
pretend he was Chris Rock.
Huh?
Yeah.
Wow. What an upsetting. I already, there's no love lost for me and Jimmy Fallon, but
Wow, this episode really...
Yeah. But I
So-
mean, these are things the listeners need to know about.
I'm learning so much.
I also think that if you are a fan of Nirvana, the band, the show, you are used to several maniacs going off on deranged tangents.
Yeah.
Every time I worry about this, I'm like, this is kind of what these people are into.
Is there anything else from the booking that we wanted to talk about?
No, I just love it. It's funny and it's good.
Michelle?
No, I love it. It's funny and I think it's good.
Amazing, because I also think it's funny and that it's good.
Wow, we all agree.
All right. Well, that was episode 2, the booking. We are going to be back next week with episode 3 of the Viceland series.
Wait, I'm sorry, Kit.
Yes.
Let me be frank.
No!
I'm going to jump off a bridge. This is the end of Nirvana, the band, the show, the podcast. We will not be releasing any more episodes.
No!
Just kidding. We will be releasing more episodes. Are you playing the fucking YouTube video right now?
I mean, after all,
We had an agreement.
Oh my god.
We had a truce.
We're gonna have to bargain with them again.
Steve,
Maybe we have to let them back on Threads.
I don't. No, we're not letting them back on Threads. We have to find something else to give them.
And you trusted me.
I did trust you, Kevin Spacey. Well, thank you all for listening to Nirvana, the band, the show, the podcast, with special guest Kevin Spacey.
I guess.
We'll be back next week with episode 3 of the Viceland series. And yeah, nothing like a good feeling.
Nothing like a good feeling.
Nothing like a good feeling.
No!
I hate this.
Wouldn't that be easy?
Do you want to do a different outro?
No, I think that's perfect.
Okay, good.
Both know it's never that simple. But you wouldn't believe the worst without evidence, would you? You wouldn't rush to judgment.
Thank you for listening to Nirvana, the band, the show, the podcast. We'd love to hear from you. You can email us or send a voice memo to nirvanathepod@gmail.com. And we're also on Bluesky and Instagram @nirvanathepod. Our website is nirvanathepod.com. Our show is edited by Kit with additional help by John. Special thanks to Ann Meadows for our logo. Oh, and Matt and Jay, if you're listening, we'd love to have you on the show.